In this video, I'll show you how by using an inlay, you can turn these angels and create a round face and praying hands. Okay, I made the inlay here on my block of wood. My block is 6 inches long and 1.5 inch diameter on it. I'll put a little ruler here to give you little dimensions on the outline I have here. So I have this broken up in about 6 segments here. I have the jaws. The lathe will go right here, and then enough wood right here to make your halo, then your head, and your neck and collar area will be right here, and your arms and wings, and then the body of the angel will go right there. In the past, the ones I made in the past, like this one, I had an example right here. You can see that when you make an outline similar to this one right here, you get a nice round face with the inlay, and then you got your hands right here, and then the inlay going up on the angel's dress. And you'll notice that one I made on this one right here has a nice oval face to it, and the praying hands right here. If you notice, if you look real close, you'll see that there's a little way I made the wings right here. I left the wings complete in a circle. I did not cut these in half like I did in the previous one, but you'll notice right here that you'll have a nice little gap right here between the inlay and the wings. It makes it look like they're praying hands. And also you notice here that I have a little cut right here for the neck that separates the neck from the collar. And that way you'll separate the face inlay from the inlay that would normally be over your neck or where your collar is. So that's something to consider too when you're turning the angel. The way I made my inlay here is I used to use a French curve to be able to draw my arc right there. If you're good at freehand, you will do it freehand, but it's important to start here in the middle of each end and start from the middle here and go to the middle to this one right here. And I find that if you make the highest point of the arc right here from 5/16 on the edge of the wood, that gives you a nice round circle for the face of the angel. If you go a little higher than that, then the face becomes more elongated. And if you make it a little longer than that, then the face gets smaller and smaller. So what I found is 5/16 on the edge works pretty good with this size of blank you're using. And the inlay I'm going to use today will be, I'm going to use maple wood, and I'm going to go with the bandsaw, cut out this inlay, and then cut out this line right here for the inlay. And I will glue it back with epoxy. I find that if you use epoxy glue, it gives it a lot more strength, and you don't have to worry about it breaking. And some past I've used just wood glue, and I've had like 1 or 2 of them break. So I just want to use epoxy because I never had one break using that. So let me go with the bandsaw, cut this pattern out, and then we'll glue it, and then we'll go over to the lathe. Okay, I have the blank all ready to go. I glued this inlay in overnight last night with the epoxy glue, and so now it's ready to turn. But before I rounded off the edges on my belt sander, I found the center point on the end of the blank, so you can line up the blank to your lathe really good. Another thing I did was I put a piece of tape down here on the tool rest, and drew lines on here marking where each position is on the blank, because once you turn this, you're going to lose perspective of exactly where the head should be, or the neck and the arm and the halo and that stuff is. So go ahead and put a piece of tape here, so after I turn it, the lines will be able to line up, and I'll be able to know where to turn the angel. So let me go ahead and get started on the rounding this blank out, and then we'll see what it looks like after I round it. Yeah, I turned the angel block round. Now I need to start rounding out the face and the body and the wings, and but to get to a general idea of what we're looking at here, you can see how important it is to be able to place on your tool rest the markings for this area for the head. You notice here in the previous one that I had made, you'll see that the head will lie right within this outlined area right here. And yeah, and with your inlay, you'll have two curves. You'll have your concave curves right here, and on the other side you'll have your convex curves. Now within these two convex curves, where they come closest together, this will be your face, and this will be your neck and your collar, and then your wings will be right down here. And we use this top part right here for the halo. So let me go ahead and round out the face right here, and then we'll start making the rest of the angel. Okay, I got the area engraved here where the angel face will be, and now I'll just start rounding it out to make the face. Okay, here you can see where the lines start coming together to form the oval of the head. So the two lines right in between here. Now I don't know if you can see that really good or not, but the lines are starting to come together, and that'll be make the complete circle of the face. Okay, now you can see the complete oval of the face right here, and the very top right there. We'll part this off right up here, and then use this remaining part right here for the halo. Now you can see right here on the collar, in the neck, there's no inlay at all, so that'd be the neck area. And then right here, where the two inlays converge right here to make the praying hands. So we'll take this out a little bit more to make the collar a little bit wider, and then we'll make this part right here the wings of the angel. Okay, the hands are coming together now. There we go. Now we have the praying hands right there. That's almost perfect right there. We may just make it a little bit wider, because you'll notice right here that you have a little bit of a gap right here, and that's to make the forming hands that look sort of like this right here. So you want to have a little gap right there where they come together and then separate out just a little bit. So we'll just take out just a hair more down here on the bottom right here. Okay, now you have your praying hands right there on your face. And now we have to make the wings. And the wings, you just basically do the same thing. You'll just make a little cut right down here, about as far as a little bit wider than the collar is. So make it just a little bit wider right there, and then we'll flare out the skirt out. Going out this way, flare it out that way to make the skirt. Okay, now we have the wings right here, and now I just need to round them off. Just like that. And now this will be the skirt. We're going to just start walking this out this way and make it narrower and wider and wider and wider until you get down to the very base of the angel. Okay, the skirt is starting to take shape now. And we can use our skew to just refine it just a little bit more. To do is put a little groove underneath the wing just to make it look more rounded. Okay, all we need to do now is sand her up and then part her, and I'll show you how you make your halo. Okay, that completes the angel body. And now I'm going to go ahead and part it off. And then we'll cut this part right out here to make the halo. It's already rounded. Might have to round it out just a little bit more. And then get a parting tool. And just start cutting it off right across the top there. Now we'll part off the angel. There was the angel without the halo. I'm going to smooth out this end right here. Now we'll part it completely off, and we'll use the little nub that's on the back side of this to center it on top of the angel's head. Because this here will be the top part of the halo, and the underneath part that you can't see will be the underside of the halo. Okay, got a little nub there now. Right there. You see a little nub right here, and we can use that for the center part of the angel's head. Okay, right here on top of the angel's head, you can see the center point right there. So that's where we want to make our hole to attach the halo, right there. I just use a hole puncher here, and then just go down here like just like that. I'll go over the this sander, and we'll make a little angle shave going from the top to the back of the angel's head. And with this hole should remain in there, and then we can measure the amount right here and see how far we have to see what size of the drill bit we'll use to make that hole on top of her head a little bit better. Because right now, although it's a little bit too big right there, it may work in there, but probably need to go down there a little bit further. Be something like that. Okay, here's the finished angel. You can see that has a nice symmetrical halo that sits on top of the head, has a nice outline for the face, and a little where the inlay comes together up here just below the face of the angel. You can see that it does look like a like the angel is praying. I really like that aspect of using this inlay to create that effect. There's several other options you can do when you make these angels, and one is to keep the wing or the arms completely around the angel, or you can do it like in this case right here, that on this koa wood, the one that I made, you can cut off the front end of it and just leave the wings on the side and the back of the angel. But I do suggest that if you do have this option, which I've seen several people do, just cut the angels right off, the wings off the front. Make sure you use a Dremel tool instead of a belt sander, because with a Dremel tool, you have so much more control over the sanding piece. And if you use a belt sander, which I have done in the past, it's really difficult just to remove this part of the angel, because if you miss and you nick up the face just a little bit, then the angel is basically ruined after that point. Another option is that you can hollow out the bottom, and if it's sitting on a tree on like an ornament like this one right here where I put a hook on, then it does give a nice little skirt effect. And when it sits on the tree, you can see the bottom. But if you have the angel sitting on top of a mantle above a fireplace, then it really doesn't matter if that takes if you have it hollowed out or not. But if you do put a little ornament hook eye screw on the top of it, it's good to use one of these little pin vices, then pre-drill the hole with that, and then add your little screw eye, because you don't want to crack the top of it. So these are some of the options that I use on the angel, and you may want to play with the inlay a little bit, and you might be able to get another different effect from it. And if you do anything like that, yeah, please leave it in the comments, and I like to see other people's ideas that they come up with when making these really cool figurine praying angels. So Merry Christmas, and thanks for joining me on this. And my next video, I'm going to show you how I make these snowmen. There's a lot of snowmen on the videos out there, but this one here, I make a little pipe for the for the snowman, and it gives a nice little cute little effect for the snowman. And I'm going to show you how I turn these snowmen and paint them, and then make a little pipe to go in